eggs and held him and tore his shirt. We didn't beat him, because we just want him to. We ask him, why are you eating yam here? Whereas even Enugu Iguacha Road, where is the money? People are suffering, and you want to come to Germany to eat yam? Say no, go back. He refused. He started showing that he's a sports person, no matter his age, that he can run. He wanted to run to enter into that auditorium. And we confronted him. We manhandled him. And after all hell broke loose, those people that are telling us, that have been telling us, oh, hold their politicians responsible. Oh, it is you and them, so it doesn't concern us, the general Nigeria. And we have done it. Now the whole Nigeria broke loose. Now they say Ekweremadu now as the speaker or deputy speaker of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. They now forgot that they are the people that told us hold them responsible. They are Igbo people. They are Biafrans like you. They are your political representatives. So any of your woes is them that are causing it. And we abided, and we started by holding Ekweremadu responsible. But everything now they change the voice. They say no. Why should we touch Ike Ekweremadu? He's a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He is no more representing us. Now they turn it that he is a senator of Federal Republic of Nigeria. That they have to use diplomatic means in order to send all Biafrans away from Germany, from Europe. They threatened fire and brimstone. They made moves in Germany, but Germany is a country that obeys their laws. German police and prosecutor told Nigerian embassy that, look, what are you running? What are you running around? Do you think that we are you? Do you think that Germany is Nigeria? We are. These are their politicians. Politicians are responsible for the people. The people have the right to ask politicians questions, even to throw them raw eggs, to throw them pancake. You know that? To slap them, because you are serving the people. If the people are annoyed, they can do anything. If you want now, go to court. You cannot order us start arresting everybody, every Biafra you see in Germany. And that case, they went into shame. Since that day, you never, I've been watching. I say, since that episode, you never hear anybody, any Nigerian, whether journalists, coming to tell Biafrans, oh no, who are politicians responsible? They are the people causing your woes. No, that one died. Now the same Ekweremadu now had a criminal problem in London. He is languishing in jail. In jail, Nemo longer. On Nemo longer. Maybe room on now. Rational maybe maybe 2 hours a day. Kaputa Garia Batiuku. Hey, inside, like ordinary criminal he is. That is because they don't know, they don't care about your social status. After all, you have billionaires in jail. Madoff was in jail. Whether I think he's still alive or he's dead, I've forgotten. But Madoff, you have there. You know, UK is a country that is civilized. Law is one thing. They don't care who are you. You see, lose trust. She resigned. This is a civilized country. Because of one catastrophe, financial budget catastrophe. And she resigned after 44 days. With other things, maybe they say they hacked her phone. Because she is amateur. They hacked her phone and found out many things. So I'm not going there anyway. But this man is no more the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now those that he served, those that applauded him, you know what they used to do. The Fulani Caliphate used to do in Biafra land to all these politicians. They would bring money award a contract for our road. They will award a contract. They will give the governor a money, billions and billions of naira or dollar. Say, okay, now you are our man. This money, we have to have our court. Asorok have to have his court. No, don't worry. Don't do that contract. It is we that is going to probe you. We are not probing you. So, out of this 100 billion naira or 200 billion naira, Asorok, you divide it into two. Take one, just pocket it, and we will sign that that contract has been fulfilled. Finish. We divide it into two, 200 billion naira. 100 billion is for you. Asorok, we that provide the federal, we the Fulani. Asorok is for 50-50. Who will challenge you? We will bring military to kill them. He will laugh, lahaji. That is why they say, yeah, it's like that. You don't know that all these things are blackmail. They are keeping all those things in order to control you. So that tomorrow you cannot rise up against them. They will bring it that you eat 200 billion. No, you cannot come out because there is no proof to tell people that, out of this 200 billion, we divided it into two. Asorok have half. You see how our people are stupid. Very stupid set of people. What I'm telling you is reality. Ask people if you are near a governor, or your father is a governor, or is a senator. Ask him in confidentiality. Ask him. What I'm telling you is true. It's true. They will bring that contract, that Enugu Port Harcourt road, maybe have been built in paper for several times. The money is shared between the federal government, that is the presidency, with the governor or senators that are in charge. Now they share it. But one problem, if they want to bring you down, now they'll probe you. Carry everything, put on the useless Igbo politicians' head and say he is corrupt. He looted 100 billion for road appointment or 200 billion. They will carry, you have no proof because that money, you don't have any paper, no documentation that they took, that the presidency took. Do you remember Okpabia? I think for Niger Delta Commission something. When they wanted to probe him, he said we mentioned names of Asorok that they shared the money with. When they pop up a commission, one woman tried to ask a reasonable question. The person in charge shunned him down, said, no, don't worry, it's over. You don't know. Nigeria is a joke. And Nigeria is a joke. No man's land, honestly. So now, it will turn now that with his sentiment, is a bias against a mother. Nigerian system will turn people now to start defending a criminal. Do you see the miserable situation, the mess we are in Nigeria? Do you see it? Very pathetic situation. Had it been we are in running our life as Biafrans, any politician that loot one shishi, people will go to his house or burn him alive. But in the Nigeria setting, when you see other Fulani that they are looting with impunity, and they are being defended by their people. Painstakingly, we are forced to say, look at lorry loads, containers of naira that has rotted out. It became manure. Do you see the wickedness? That money, only that money can give Nigeria like electricity. But they will not do it. They are looting. You see some politicians now, they are throwing their money, going to give people. Hey, they go to gathering, they give, I donate so millions of naira. They bring cash where they build warehouses for money. And you think that there are goods there. No, money, cash, naira, euro, dollar, every type of currency is there. This is a place God punish us by sending that Lugard to put us into this mess. We're in a complete mess. Sometimes I say, why not we start, open suicide bombing, honestly, to clear everything. Because sometimes you feel that, why should we be in this mess? Why should we be in this mess in the first place? Because Nigeria is a complete mess where nobody has a conscience, nobody, no law, nothing. You see, Chineke is okay. We must continue. So let us continue. Now, let me read another news headline. More than 1,700 residents kidnapped by bandits in 6 months. Kaduna State Government. 1,700 residents kidnapped by bandits in 6 months. Do you see? But does it make news? Is there any brouhaha about who are these bandits? All you hear is, Southeast insecurity. Insecurity. But all these ones, you don't hear them. They don't make any big deal out of it because the Fulani are on the rampage. In Kaduna, in Benue, everywhere, they're on the rampage. And the people embrace them. It became a way of life. Instead, all of them are against they program people to watch Igbo man. Igbo man, please, let us put him on that check. But people are being kidnapped, killed, slaughtered every day in every part of the zoo. It doesn't make any noise, no brouhaha, nothing. All you hear is, it's Southeast, they are IPOB, this and that. And they programmed our consciousness to be like that. No. We must continue. Yoruba Nation agitators reportedly attack soldiers, seize rifle. We encourage them in order to do what they should be doing. Something that happened this day, yesterday or day before yesterday. These are in every movement, freedom movement. There are traitors. People should understand it. There are traitors and they are genuine people. And you see in that episode, some of the hierarchy have started resigning. So we should always be at alert and careful. All that glitters are not gold. Let me tell you, we Biafrans, our modus operandi is different. We are people that has been raped, that have been cajoled, that has been denied, humanity. We have been denied access to humanity or human beingness. Let me put it like that. People that we have been killed, slaughtered. No, we are just like orphans. No person talks for us. That is why when you see how Biafrans behave, even on social media, I don't blame anybody. I don't know. But imagine people that has been killed, slaughtered for many years. Genocides have been committed against us. No person, people want us to pretend as if it never happened. Millions of us were killed, slaughtered during the war. Till today, our properties are being burnt. We are being slaughtered with impunity. And you want us to be gentle, law-abiding citizen? And when we come, before we make comments, we beg you, can we make this type of comment, sir? You are sick. Look at what do you call it? Railway lines in our land. They are being removed. No person is talking. No politician is speaking. If not only IPOB that is raising alarm. It has ricocheted to, I think, one Anglican priest. I think in Enugu. We have governors. We have senators. They are not talking. They are not. You see that we are on our own. We don't have no seaports. Notwithstanding that we are surrounded by sea and water bodies. No way. We don't have no international airport. Do you understand? We are denied of all this. If you want to travel abroad from Biafra land, you will either take flight, enter Abuja or Lagos or any northern side before taking off. And you don't want, you think that we should keep quiet and, be gentle John. Is that what you think? The answer is no. I was telling one Yoruba man one time, I said, look, if you want to know how painful it is, let Nigeria remove Murtala Mohammed International Airport. Put it in Owerri, or Enugu, or Iguacha, Port Harcourt, or Calabar even. Now you don't have an international airport. You don't have a seaport. Think Kanu Wharf, you close it. Apapa Wharf, you close it. When Yorubas are importing, they will import through One or through Onisha or through Calabar. Now use road, carry it with check military, custom, military, police, civil defense checkpoints every inch of the way till Ondo, till Ibadan, till Lagos. If you want to travel to any part of the world outside Nigeria, now you drive, or you enter bus, or you enter another local flight, come to Owerri before taking off. Now, when you have all these deficiencies, now you tell me how gentle you will remain. We Igbo people, we Biafrans, we carry for body. Honestly speaking, we carry, somebody said, as long as you are an Igbo man born into this world, once you start maturing, having brain as a human being, you will understand, in the Nigeria setting, you will understand that you are born into a struggle. That is it. That you are born into a struggle, that you have to start fighting for freedom. Naturally, not even IPOB, you will know, you should know. As long as you are born in of Igbo tribe in Nigeria, while growing up you start understanding something that, look, no, there's something wrong. I'm born into a very big struggle. I am in a mess, so we need to struggle. So it's something that we are dealing with. So when you see people, our people, fighting like a lion, insulting on social media, don't ever tell them to be gentle, please. I'm telling you honestly. Don't ever, you that is gentle slave, don't ever tell them to be gentle. Because no people will pass what we have passed through and remain gentle. No. Britain knows. They know. That is why when they see, Britain, these people, they know that we are a people that has been wronged. We are people that has been wronged. You understand? You see Adeyinka grandson, I think whether he's still fighting for his deportation and he's deported. Do you think it's easy? If he's a Biafran, they will never deport him. They will never. Because they know in their heart of hearts that these people we are wronged. When they look that he's a Yoruba man, no, he's still fighting. Oh no. These Igbo people that we killed, even Harold Wilson made it a policy that millions of dead bodies, dead children of Biafra will never change the British policy, United Kingdom's policy. Do you see that? Inside them, they know that we are a people that has been wronged. So we need to up the demo. We need to increase our efforts in the fighting. Don't relent. We continue fighting like lions, bears, jaguar, puma, any type of wild beast. We have to, because they turned us, they made us feel that we are not part of this world. We are rejected by everybody. That is it. Because when you see what is happening to us right from onset, you see that we are people that are wronged. They will tell you they always also go back. They killed the 1966 coup. They killed this one, Sadwana of Sokoto, and they killed Akintola, and they killed this one, and they killed. Why? They're still talking tough. Notwithstanding millions of our people that we are unjustly slaughtered, massacred. Study the Rwandan genocide and see the cause. The cause of Rwandan genocide, you know I used to say it here. Let me refresh your mind. Some Tutsis, they fired on and brought down the presidential jet that was conveying presidential jet, the then president of Rwanda. He's a Hutu, an opposite tribe, with his personal assistants and PAs and chief of staffs. All are Hutu. All of them died. That is exactly. Not to see all the leadership of the Hutus, they were killed. The president and with all others, they were killed in that plane crash caused by the Rwandan. It's allegation anyway, because it's not proven yet. Because it can be that it's a foreign force that did that in order to turn the tide. We understand. But the allegation is of Tutsi rebels that time that fired and brought down the aircraft that turned the people. They massacred the Tutsis. You understand? Tutsis and moderate Hutus, those that are supporting or hiding these Tutsi. They are Hutus, but if they find you that they are hiding any of the Tutsi, you will be killed also. You understand? So, but after that genocide, they didn't take solace and say, no, they killed our president and all our hierarchy military and kings. That is why we massacre them. And the world say, okay, you are right. You are right. Okay, yeah, and leave. People are still serving jail sentences today. The world said, no. Whatever that is of politics or military coup or anything, it doesn't concern civilians. They judged this in 1994. That is why they started hunting those responsible for the genocide. The Hutus. You understand? Exactly the same thing. In 1966 coup, Nzogo, Albert, Nzogo, and all of them, Ifajina, the coup planners. They wanted to save Nigeria. And they planned a coup that killed some people of other tribes. Now, some prominent politicians. Now, because of that, now they have the right to slaughter both pregnant women, Igbo pregnant women, children, everybody. That not enough in 1966, they staged a very genocidal war. And when we talk about this, when we are saying this, the world is listening. Do you know that this thing was raised up as a case of genocide in the United Nations, but Britain shut it down and blocked it till today? That there is not a Biafran genocide should never be discussed. Do you know that? When United Kingdom, when we left UK, so that you understand what it means. They killed us, they allowed us to be slaughtered because of our natural resources, and they are drinking it today. And they continue telling us in our face that, look, you are going nowhere. This Nigeria will put you in, this cage is where you stay. I loathe United Kingdom. I'm saying it on air with all my might. I'm telling you honestly. I loathe it. I loathe them. Because they killed us. And they continue killing us, facilitating our slaughtering. So I cannot love them. If I love them, I'm a stupid person. You understand me? If I love my enemy, I am very foolish. The Bible says, love your enemies. You are stupid. Hate your enemies. Hate them with all the venoms in your heart. If you see your enemy that wants to kill you, and you see him, you are in a position to kill him, kill him. If it is anyhow you can do that, that makes you a human being. Stop this rubbish. Love your enemies. Love your enemies, right? So, all these things are in our heart. That is why you see Biafrans on social media. We fight, we release our frustration because we, even to some, I lost hope in humanity. I lost faith in international, in humanity. When you study what happened to us and continue happening to us, I say no. Are we not human beings? Are we abstract or what? Why is Britain doing all these things? Covering up. They are, look at the little few fraction of oil bunkering that Britain is conducting. Just few fraction, only for that one is forgotten, isn't it? What of others? What of the one they are doing officially? All this, the reason why they are slaughtering us. They are allowing people who don't know to continue slaughtering us. And Katrina Liang will come up and say, Nigeria unity is non-negotiable. Do you see how I wish we shall be free? Anyway, we shall be free. No problem. But we must continue. Britain wants to, they are running their country very well, but they don't want us to run our lives well. No. They want to, who are these animals? That is what they call us. Who are we to even rise up? Are we animals? That is the reality. So we must continue. Let me, as I said, they are running their country. They say Christmas lights cancelled all over United Kingdom this festive period due to energy crisis. They are doing their country great, they don't care about your feeling of religion. They look at what is good for, because they are having energy crisis. So all these lights everywhere will consume more and bring more problem. You understand? Which is the right thing to do. But they don't allow us to do what is good for us, for ourselves. Instead, they dictate what they want us to do. Because for them, we are lower human beings. We must liberate ourselves. We must liberate ourselves. If you are fighting 10% before, please double it. Because when you see all these injustices in our life, on ourselves, you see people imposing things on us. Just like one person he want to impose leadership on us also. Look at Aleka. They call Koi media, I don't know. Aleka. He want to impose who is our leader. That is because who's in Biafra. We are so cheap, so any person can come and impose anybody on us. This is your leader. I have to go on, honestly. But we must continue. So, as I was saying, we will never relent. This freedom, let me tell you, You see the Tigray, and I've been saying it here anyway, the Ethiopian Tigray war that is going on. Do you know that during Eritrea war, Tigray, they are the people that carry it on the head because they were in power that time in Ethiopia. That they were the people that carry it on the head that they fought Eritrea as Ethiopians. They fought that you people are not going anywhere. We must all be Ethiopians, this and that. You see how the world is changing? Eritrea fought like a wounded lion, and today they are free. They are running their lives. Now, Tigray now fall out with their lovers in Ethiopia. And now they say, no, they want to go. They are not want to go. Do you see how life is? Eritrea is already free. And Tigray, was the people championing that Eritrea will never be free. They fought Eritrea, killed Eritrea. But Eritrea succeeded. Today, it is the turn of Tigray. Do you know what is happening? Now, Ethiopia went and signed a contract with Eritrea as a sovereign nation now. Do you see how this world is? Say, please come and help us to fight Tigray, because they know that Eritrea is harboring animosity against the Tigrayans. And Tigray, with all pleasure, they now sent weapons from their side. Do you know that even Tigray refugees is entering Eritrea? Do you see how the world is turning? And they are accepting them. Refugees to save themselves. People that we are heavy enemies, that we are, sworn enemies before. Do you see how the world is? That is why whatever that is happening to us, we will continue fighting. Don't worry, tomorrow things will change. Be assured of that. Tomorrow things will change. Those that because of they have airport and seaport, they have to control Igbos, we import the containers through them, so no need. Tomorrow things will change. We continue doing what we should. That is the reality. And do it without relenting. That's it. Consistency. We shall win. That is the assurance in it. Nigerians lament increasing cases of illegal withdrawals from bank accounts with connivance with officials. It's a criminal country. A country where everybody is a criminal. Without criminality, you cannot succeed in Nigeria. You cannot make a living. And the worst part of it is that everybody is fanatical in his or her religion. That is one thing that baffles me. But everybody is a criminal. Even banks, before you know, they'll send you a debit alert. Somebody say, oh, they send me 400 naira. It's removed. Do you know, every time they remove, every day they remove for 400 naira, for example, some 500 naira from millions of people. Do you know what it is? Everybody is stealing. Everybody is a criminal. Some of those people that are doing it, even inside the bank managers and the bank workers, some of them are pastors, some of them are imams, some of them are prayer warriors. That's why when I look at you people, I'm saying, you people should be ashamed. There is religion can never make you a better people. Never. It's only good system. A system with law, where law and order is implemented. That is the only thing that can make a good system. Now they see politicians are stealing, looting, bank officials are the same thing. Are you talking about then? Ordinary people will not be left out. Anywhere they see Yahoo boys, they're there. Police, the looting. Military, everybody. But come Friday prayers, you see crowd. Is it not a joke? Is he not a joke? System is superior to religion. And that is what we are trying to get. That is why when I see people with religious sentiments, or them come I'm telling you. Because there should be no sentiment, religious sentiment on nation building. Never. Never. You understand me? Never. Because system is superior to prayers, to religion. What is happening in Nigeria? If the system turns everybody into criminals, no matter that the churches are bound every nook and crannies, mosques everywhere, other religions, everybody is fanatical. But what is the result? Criminality. We must continue. PDP presidential candidate Atiku admits his party is corrupt, but notes that the ruling APC is more corrupt. That is the standard. The standard you are being, you are inside. A presidential candidate say, yeah, my party is corrupt, but the other one is more corrupt than us. So that's it. That is the unfortunate situation that Nigerians are made to live inside. A lower standard of a human being. Very, very sad indeed. I don't know whether if I can go to the topic of my submission, but let's go because of time. Transparency issues. Because this article's admission of that his party is corrupt. Do you know that only that is normally in a normal country? Only this admission disqualified them or disqualify him from being a presidential candidate. But Nigeria is not a normal country. It's a no man's land. Where they have written. Do you see? They don't even campaign. There's something I witnessed. The only person that now will P2B. I will water Nigeria. I will make all of you. I will put this and that. I will, the normal thing, the normal mantra. But people don't ask, sir, how are you going to do this? How? Sir, please tell us. In a Nigerian setting, where there are people that believe that they own Nigeria. How are you going to bypass that ideology? How are you going to do this? Others are not even campaigning. They don't care. They invite them for discussion, for debate. They don't go. Because they have written the whole result already. Waiting. Say this one, go run around, go. The whole Fulani in Africa, they have given them Nigeria identity card with PPVC. You don't see the revelations of Hope Uzodinma. He registered people that were born 1900. Some are Chinese name, some are Vietnamese name, some are people that doesn't exist. These are the names of what you are going to see as a result. They have come. That's why they don't care about talking to the zombies, the dead bodies they call Nigerians. So, are you the people putting me there? That is it. But Nigerians don't decode. They are running around. When they go, just only what they talk is, we Northerners, don't vote for South. Don't vote for Igbo man. We are Northerners, so no Igbo man can rule us. Pump and plan, case closed, and he go his way. Because they have done what they're supposed to do. Do you see what is happening? Do you see the democracy they say they put? If you rent a house or go into a house, an apartment, and you see that the place, the soccer way is leaking, the WC is leaking, some places needs touching. As a human being, what are you going to do? You are going to retouch all those things. Call a plumber. You are going to call people to come and fix all these things. Because you are not going to continue staying there like that. Being indifferent. That no, it doesn't matter, let me stay like that. Why you a human being, you are not if it's an animal, if it's a dog, you don't have to repair. You don't have to do any repairs, you will stay there. Only what matters for him is the food. But as a human being, you make repairs where necessary in the house that you are living. Now, what am I saying? Or why am I saying this? Nigeria, they show you that, look, elections, what the Europeans put you into as electioneering is democracy. After all, it is not that. And you continue every 4 years. You come, they give you nice talk, they will give you money to vote, give you this and that. I will bring electricity if I'm in office under 2 months. I will fix everything. Insecurity, everywhere will be like Dubai under 6 months. And you see Nigerians continue the same cycle. There I ask, are Nigerians real human beings? The answer is no, they are not. Because if they are real human beings, they should know that, look, we have been deceived once, twice, thrice, every time, the same deception. There is a problem. Let us go. This is not the case of voting. Let us find out what is the problem, what is our problem. We should find out first. But will they do that? No way. Will they think like that? No way, because they are dead bodies. They are dead bodies. He said they will connive. Now, if it is one cup of rice that they reach, national cake, I don't chop, election, okay, now wow, and I like that too. Because they are dead bodies. They don't understand. Because if they are proactive or reactive, they are human beings that are real reactive. Nigerians should understand that, look, our fundamental problem is not this election. We have been deceived several times. The same talk. I will do this. Oh, not Igbo man, Yoruba man, Hausa man. Okay, this and that. No. Let us fix our problems, because it is our problems. Let us forget about UK. Because they are not the people suffering what we are suffering. We are the people suffering it. So let us go to the basics of our problems. No, but they will not do it. Because there are people that are eating out of the misery of their people. There are people that are billionaires in dollar. I saw $10 higher. He rented a yacht, super yacht of 3 millions of dollars. Renting or not buying, renting for his birthday. In a country where more than 70% lives below poverty line. Do you know what it means? More than 70% of the people in Nigeria, they don't even know what next meal will be. Whether they are not sure of eating the next meal. You understand? But you see in the same country, a billionaire that steal money, because all of them, how they made money is through them, all of them. Through oil, our oil. When you see the father of the video, all just go and study their back. I mean their beginnings. You see, all is once you enter into the channel, you start sucking oil, bunkering. From there, politicians will now be using you to launder money, and that is it. That is the sad situation we are in. Very, very sad. A time will come, if Nigeria continues going, people will be blowing themselves up with others in their personal suicide bombing. I'm telling you, because the wickedness there is out of this world. I'm telling you honestly, it is very, very sad. You see people hoarding cash because they don't need it. They hoard, store money. They don't. How much are they going to spend? They just sign contracts that they don't do. They share the money. If it is 300 billion naira, they get it and use trailer load the money, go and build a warehouse and keep it there. How much are you going to spend? How much? Look at Bola Ahmed Tinubu. A miserable person in America before. Now he go back and say Nigerian politician, he enter politics and Otiwara. he become a billionaire. Jagaban. And people don't ask and say, no, wait a minute. Why should we even talk about this man? A criminal. He did the drug business in America. That's true. That's true. Because he was a hustler. That is why you see people in America, many of them are just fantasizing. Their wish is to go back into Nigeria politics. And we are seeing it. Very sad indeed. Very sad. People are not asking or trying to say, but this man shouldn't be even come to be presidential candidate. All those cash you are sharing, oh, I tap from you in Jesus' name. Oh, Bulame Tinubu, now wow, van, bullion van. Now wow, hey, Anetia. Oh, but he loots everybody dry. Do you see the standard of human being we are? People without honor, no class. No class, no integrity. Do you understand? That is why when white people are watching us, they laugh. They treat us with disdain. Because they see us as people without conscience, people without class. And they treat us as people without class. I'm telling you honestly. If you allow criminals to come up openly and you praise them, people you know, they loot everything, they did everything horrible in order to loot money, and you accept them to be at the helms of affairs of you. Now it makes you, how do you think that the Westerners should treat you? As lower human beings. Because they will never allow it. They are not religious, but they are pure. Do you understand? When it comes to running their countries, they are pure. That is why Lustros, she resigned 44 days only after being in that office. Can a Nigerian do that? Can monkeys do that? Where they are praying that, oh, let him, he's our criminal, let him be there, no problem. We must continue. Transparency issues becloud 1 billion barrels oil discovery in the north. All these northern, discover oil in Kaduna, they discover oil in Lake Chad Basin in Meduguri. Where are they? Let me tell you what they do. You see the pipe. Have you forgotten that there has been pipe right from time? Right from independence, there is a pipeline that has been from our land to whether Kaduna. They build underground tank. From there, immediately from there, they are every day. Hundreds of tankers are entering into Niger, sucking oil from there, entering into Niger. This is one thing good Lord Jonathan tried to stop. People don't understand what this Fulani Caliphate is doing us. People don't understand. That is why they are bastardly rich. That is why they loot. Do you know what is crude oil? It's cash flowing in every day to the extent you don't even know what to do with it. You build a house for cash. That is what is happening. That pipe that is from Biafra land to Kaduna, now in the reserve, they built a reserve that is more than a community. From there, they are taking oil to Niger, selling illegally. It doesn't concern Nigeria, it's for them. So every day they are making millions of dollars. Now from there, these people, they will connive, they will gather and say, no, how do we talk? They say, okay, we discover oil in Meduguri, in Kaduna. It's 1 billion barrel. That time is they are looking away in order to deceive the gullible indigenous people, mostly in the south and Biafrans. Hey, you have discovered it, and they said they are digging it. Look at where it's coming from. You don't know that it's oil. They put pipe. They pipe from Biafra land to Kaduna. Don't you ask that? Oil listen in Kaduna, doesn't it fill up? Where is it? They are removing it from there. When you see, they say, no, we discover oil here. I say indigenous people in Nigeria, we are the most foolish people on earth. That is why Fulani, they are doing what they are doing. If any of us, any politician of Biafran origin saw it and someone, they will carry crumb and give to him and say, don't talk. And also menace him. Say, don't talk, just come, take this crumb. We'll be giving you this crumb, and if you talk, you die. So the person prefer, okay, let me join them now. That is how pathetic it is. We are in a sorry situation. As long as we are in Nigeria, we are in a sorry situation. I'm telling you, we are in danger, existential danger. Let me go direct to the topic of my submission. I don't know whether I will, just few minutes, please. Conquering ignorance. You know, we are in this mess partly because of ignorance also of doing things. Yes. Now, let me start by saying that man is created with underdeveloped brain, which is ignorance. You know, when you have your brain is underdeveloped, or it's not the undeveloped brain, not underdeveloped, undeveloped brain, sorry, undeveloped. It is simply ignorance. You don't know anything. A baby that was born, he don't know nothing. That is how man came into the world. Undeveloped brain, that is ignorance. Which means ignorance is natural, is there. Now, it is for man to seek for knowledge. It is for man to seek to develop his own brain. Do you understand? It is for man now to seek to develop his own brain. Do you understand what I mean? Remember, I'm talking about conquering ignorance. Men and women create knowledge through the rigorous scientific investigation of the universe around them. You create knowledge. Everything we are seeing today that is created, that is discovered, is knowledge. Do you understand? There is something I put on my wall. One quote I made. You know, sometimes when you have some inspiration, you just come and make some immediately. The way it come into I want to Jonas, Jonas Rafeal, with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's effigy or emblem on it. You scroll down, you see it. Belief is simply the absence of knowledge. Do you understand? Belief. You know, you don't believe something you know. You only believe something you don't know. You use belief to cover it. That is it. You cover ignorance with your belief. Now, where is God? Now, I believe that God is because you don't know. If you are with your son or your daughter, they tell you, do you believe that you are with do you believe that you are with your daughter? you will say, no, I don't believe. I know. This is my daughter. I know. I don't believe because I know. Do you see it? So, belief is simply the absence of knowledge. And people perish due to lack of knowledge. Therefore, simply put, people perish because of belief. And I said, it is time we seek for knowledge to avoid perishing. That is it. So, when we talk about ignorance, conquering ignorance, we have to understand ignorance first. Man is created with undeveloped brain, which is ignorance. It is now for man to seek to develop his own brain. Men and women create knowledge through the rigorous scientific investigation of the universe around them. You understand? You know, I used to ask this question. Why is it that today is now, the existence of aviation, flying aircrafts, is not up to 200 years back. According to known record, they started, I think, 1903 officially, when two brothers, Rich and Ovil Rich brothers, they were able to fly man-made objects for 52 seconds with cardboard. 52 seconds. Manned object for 52 seconds. That was the start of this flight. You enter and start ordering. Now, you have a perfume there. Now, give me this drink. Give me a relaxer. Now watch a film. Now watch anything you want. People suffered for it. It is true knowledge. Now, I used to ask, why was aircraft not was not there? Okay, during the time of Christ. Let me quote the time we can understand, because of what we read every day. During the time of Christ, there was nothing like a car, nothing like engine. You understand? What was that time was chariots. Everything is animal with chariots with career. Because that was the level of human knowledge as of that time. They were ignorant that people can manufacture, human being can defy the law of gravity. They were ignorant of that. Do you understand? Does it mean that the iron ore, the parts, the natural parts of iron, tin, zinc, aluminium is not on this world that time? They were existing. But due to ignorance, due to undeveloped brain, human beings were not able to build aircraft out of that time. By that time, maybe if you tell somebody that a human being can tons, junks of ions, plastics, rubbers, everything can be put together and be flying on air, they will tell you have spoken anathema. Oh, don't you see? There is when you go up, you fall down. It is God. They will use religion and tell you, hey, don't talk. It is against God what you are talking. How can a human being do that? It's impossible. But today, is it possible or not? It is possible. It's possible. During the Biafra war, because I've seen the radio Biafra that time. I've visited the Omoaya War Museum several times. That place, anytime I go I don't miss it. I will go there. If I go there, it makes me to reflect right from time. So I saw the initial radio Biafra that was one gigantic cave. It's on the back of the talk anyway. It's there. You visit the Omoaya War Museum. It's there. So you see how big it was, being at the back of truck. That was the technology as of that time. You have to take. But do you know that as I'm talking, and the broadcasting have limitation. As I'm talking to you, what we are using to broadcast is just little thing, just one computer. You can carry it and go anywhere. As long as you just go anywhere, sit down and start broadcasting. That is knowledge. Do you understand? So human knowledge is infinite. The one, that is why, I used to say it. I say, look, a time will come in this planet Earth when science will meet with spirituality. With spirituality, they jam. I don't know whether people understand what I'm saying. There is nothing that I can say is impossible today. If not today, it will be tomorrow. If not tomorrow, it will be after tomorrow. Because this world is full of infinitum. It's infinite. Knowledge in this world is infinite. It depends on the one you can know. You understand? So that is what I'm just giving you an example. In this modern world, in this world we are in now, No person will be putting carrying. We are carrying Radio Biafra in a container, big container, in order to broadcast. No. A time we call, even with your smartphone, you'll be broadcasting anywhere you are. You can go anywhere and start broadcasting. You just no need even a computer. With your smartphone, we can do it. Do you understand? You'll be broadcasting and people will be hearing your voice from all over the world. After all, Facebook is through Facebook, Twitter, you can broadcast. Isn't it wonderful? 30 years back, do you think about something like this? I could remember when, is it 90s, when CNN used to, is it 90s or 80s? Our correspondent through video phone. I say, the person will be transmitting direct through video. That, live. I say, these people, now wow. But today is something that is common. Wow. So, everything is possible in this world. Things are there already. It is for human beings to develop and discover them. That is why they say discoveries. This person discovered. Things are there. Many things are there to be discovered. Millions, if not billions of things are there to be discovered. If you tell somebody during the time of Moses, that the time will come, airplane will be flying. Hey, say, boy, are you crazy? What are you talking? Because they didn't know. Human brain that time was not developed. So, I'm talking about conquering ignorance. When you talk about natural law of gravity, natural law of gravity makes heavy objects impossible to fly. But through knowledge, that is conquest of ignorance, man is able to defy gravity, and today thousands of tons of heavy objects are flying on air. Don't you think about it? The 2004 American Nobel laureate in physics, David J. Gross, asserted that many of the major problems of today's world is caused by sheer ignorance. And that is the truth, it's reality. Sheer ignorance, that is the cause of the problems in this world, ignorance. There are many problems and dangers that we all face. The massive inequalities that exist in and among the nations. Persistence of useless wars and violence. The danger of fanaticism of terror. The threats of the environment and to the health of our planet. The ignorance of science that could solve many of the world problems. I'm telling you, the problems are, according to this David J. Gross, ignorance of science that could solve many of the world's problems. The ignorance of basic facts, such as human being, irrespective of color or race, if given equal life opportunities, will do well. These Almajiris you are seeing in the streets of Kanu, in the streets of Katsina, dirty, unkempt. Do you know that if you do experiment now, carry one of them, as young as they are, maybe 5 years, carry one of them, travel to America, give him a new life. He will grow up to be a different person. When you bring him back after 20 years to come and see his age mates, those age mates, many of them will be in the bush with Boko Haram. He will then note that ideology. Maybe he will be an engineer. You understand? In America. But that was the boy that was Almajiri, that was heavy, dirty, begging for alms, eating food that people throw away. Now you just take him like that, 5 years. Buy his ticket, take him to a country like America or Europe, give him new life. Stay with him, you go to school, he study within 20 years in adulthood, he will be another person. If he come back now and we meet his age grade, fellow Almajiris before, he will be telling them things that those people, they will not understand. They will be simply be calling him now, this one now is infidel. They don't even understand what he's saying. He will be telling them how to make even Castina good. The environment, make things good so that they will stop what they are doing. But why? Why is it so? But it's still the same person. But had it been you didn't take him outside, give him good life and good school, he will not change. There you make him to seek for knowledge, to remove ignorance from his head. Whereas his fellows that stayed behind, they continue in quagmire. They continue being mess. They are discussed. Do you think that two of them, no matter their age mates, they have grown now? This one maybe is 25 years to 30 years. The other ones to 25 years to 30 years. They meet. Somebody that just studied and now is a professional now in United Kingdom or in America. He came back and met his age mates. Some of them are shoe shine. They have become shoe shine, graduated into shoe shining. He said, what happened? I tell now I'm an aeronautic engineer. His fellow comrade Almajiri that is, you don't even know what is aeronautic. Oh, you can repair plane? He said, yes, that is what he said, no. But Allah, he will be quoting Quran. That Allah say is only white people that can. He said, no. Their discussion wouldn't be the same thing again. Why? Because this one conquered ignorance and achieved knowledge. The other ones are rigmaroling in ignorance because of the system. Do you see it? Do you see it? That is why we are doing everything to conquer ignorance. There are many problems and dangers that we all face. The massive inequalities that exist in and among all nations or among nations. Persistence of useless wars and violence. The danger of fanaticism, of terror, the threats to the environment and to the health of our planet, the ignorance of science that could solve many of world's problems, the ignorance of the basic facts that such as every human being, irrespective of color or race, if given equal life opportunities, will do very well. Also, the ignorance of other cultures promotes fanatical nationalism, racism, and or cultural and race supremacy. Because when you don't know people's culture, ignorance of their culture, you demonize it. That's it. It is a fact. Because of sheer ignorance. Therefore, ignorance causes problems everywhere. The problem we are having in this world is number one. The number one cause is ignorance. Do you understand? I could remember when George Bush wanted to export an American version of democracy in the Middle East. Look at Iraq today. Look at Arab countries, Arab world. With due respect, they have their system of government, natural system. Any place they look at where things are going worse. Look at Lebanon, where they embrace they put a Western democracy in them because it's not their way of life. They are doing the same thing like Black Africa. Now, now look at every time killing, war, even in Lebanon, even in Iraq. Muqtada Assad will say this, they will share it and this and that, because it is not their system. It was imposed on them. They had their natural system. The same thing that we are suffering. Africa. We have been imposed so-called democracy. Look at our democracy now. Campaign is, oh, you Igbo, don't vote Igbo. Igbo say, don't vote Fulani. Fulani say, don't vote Yoruba. That is democracy, isn't it? And we are in a country. We call ourselves Nigerians. We're in a country. Sometimes I ask Nigeria, are you do you normally become ashamed of yourselves? But you might not, because you don't have integrity, you don't have class. Otherwise, when you look at, do you see how others do their own election, their own democracy? Why are we like this? Because it is not natural. Nigeria is not a country. The things that are happening there is being imposed, just concocted and imposed on everybody. Say continue like this, and we being Nigerians and removing ourselves because we are IPOB. Nigerians being low life, substandard, subhumans. They don't want to go to the basic, ask questions to the basic cause of their problems. No. Excuse me. All that matters is, as long as this mess, I'm benefiting from the mess, me individual, let us continue. This is a life of subhuman beings. Sub. People that are below average in human being. You hear me? Without our organic nature, you can't do nothing. That is why we need Biafra. So that, because the way we think to solve our issues is not the way the Fulanese think. There is difference there. We say things, we talk. We say the reality in order to solve our problem. Fulani, we look at this and say these people are rebellious because they don't see it's not their way of life. You understand? I gave you an example of how Arab, they want to impose the European version of democracy on them. You know, and they quickly stopped it because they know it cannot work. You understand? But look at those that are practicing their natural roots, Arabs that are, look at UAE, look at even Saudi Arabia, look at all of them. Kuwait, they are practicing their natural selves, their organic nature. They are doing well. Even Morocco, they are doing very well. In Africa, Africans don't want to think like this. All that matters to them is, because people that are sentimental. Oh, democracy. Yeah, democracy. Well, no, we'll give account of that democracy. What have you done through that democracy? What have you achieved through that so-called democracy? Remember, I'm talking about conquering ignorance. Also, believing the wrong things or the illusion of knowledge is far worse than ignorance. When you believe the wrong things, for you have knowledge, but it's an illusion. Let me give an example with this religion. Just call, sometimes you steer a conversation, a religious conversation with a concentrated Pentecostal prayer warrior preacher. Sometimes I used to like that kind of, I would just be watching you. Even if it's on phone or WhatsApp, I'll be listening to you. Or now, for him, he knows. That is a far worse. It's illusion of knowledge. It's far worse than even ignorance. When you think you believe that you know, and God will say, "Oh, God will say," and they ask you, "Where is that God?" "Oh, Jesus Christ." "Where is that Jesus?" Nothing. Only all these things. If he's talking it, he say, "No, I know." Where do you know? You believe because of belief. It's just an example I'm giving you. Example of stupidity. People that have illusion of knowledge, they believe wrong things, or have illusion of knowledge. They are far worse than even ignorance. Ignorance. When you are ignorant, you believe, no, I don't know, is better. And when you even believe you know, you don't, whereas you are illusion. Before you know, you have a standard, you quote it here, you quote it here, you quote it here, people think that you are, no, you don't know that you are worse than that person that say, "I don't know nothing, please." You understand me? The reason that the fundamentalists are dangerous is not so much that they are ignorant, but that they are certain that they possess the absolute truth. Do you see why? Because anytime we must come to either it will lead to somehow religion also. Do you see the problem we have with these religions? A Christian will come and say his own is the best, is the way, absolute truth. He didn't know, but he believed. But he's so sure, very, very sure, that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. No other person is the only thing, so nothing you can tell me. Meet a Muslim, the same thing. He tell you that, oh, without Islam you are gone, bring your head to cut it off, you are infidel, this, and his own side is absolute truth. Now, how can these two reconcile? Tell me. On something they don't know, but they believe. It's belief, they believe. I want to ask, how can't be conflict in this world with this type of mentality? This one with his religion is the absolute, is the way, the only way. You know, they don't talk about any other, is the only way. They don't even give and say, no, there might be other way. No, 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 he is the only absolute way. This one say, no, my own is the only absolute way. How can't we have clash of titans in this world? They know the nature put a curse. This religion is a curse. I'm telling you honestly. Just put it, all these things anyway, without it, human being will not be dying quick. The world will be full of human beings. You know how many people war kills a day? Only war. Check around the world now. As I'm talking, people are dying of violent death. Millions of people. So it's a way of also natural cleanup. You understand? But let us be on the side, on the best side, not the victims. That is what I'm saying. Because when you maintain peace, everything, everybody, so the people will be living so long and no death. You know, the world will have no space even to contain human beings because people will be burning, and that is what they did. They saw and they invoked this, you know now, COVID. They put fear on everybody. It's very, very sad indeed. So when people feel that they know or they believe the wrong thing, that one is even far more than ignorance. You know, for you to conquer ignorance, you need to be humble. You need to be your ability to learn. You know, an intellectual, a real intellectual, somebody that is an intellectual, he doesn't know. He doesn't feel that he knows at all. Every time he's doubting himself. That is why he is looking for more knowledge. But that stupid ignorant will feel that he knows everything. Anyone you bring out, he tell you, oh, he knows it more than, and you keep quiet. You see an intellectual learning. A real intellectual. Sometimes even you'll be doubting in your brain whether I know this thing self, whether I know anything. It will, because when you continue doubting yourself, you are pricking your brain to work more. Because you are not saturated. The human being should not saturated intellectually. We should be looking for knowledge all the time and learning from all angles. But when you see a zombie, he knows everything. And he is sure. Always sure. He is 100% sure. That's why you cannot argue. You cannot discuss with idiots. Because they are sure. They will not allow you to talk. So they knows everything. They will keep on talking until, you know, you don't need to talk because they know it all. That is stupidity. Conquering ignorance means maturity. The rate and development of human conquest of ignorance depends on their governance. The rate and level of human conquest of ignorance depends on their governance. This is because it is the governments that make policies that encourage seeking of knowledge. Let me give you this example. You know, in Nigeria, everybody is programmed to be looking for oil bunkering, crude oil. Something we have on the ground is the source of our wealth. Do you see how people are programmed due to the caliphate in charge? Because it's their way, it's their system, it's their ideology. They believe that Allah gave them a land. Now anything that land contains belongs to them. That is a blessing. They don't need to worry their brain again to develop their human resources. No. Now they are turning us into all this type of people. Gradually they are turning us into it. People that we just all that matters for us is to make money. Once you make money, you're okay. You come to Facebook and they start telling, oh, God bless me. Go and look for money, and so I become blessed. Nothing more. That is your limit. Do you understand? But let me see. Is Nigeria a developed country? The answer is no. People are suffering from abject poverty. But Nigeria has lands that contain things. You understand? Natural resources. Gold is in Zamfara. Crude oil everywhere in Biafra land, both hinterland and coastal side. Many other minerals everywhere. But people are suffering. People are in their hunger, poverty. Why? Because the human being is not developed. But okay, compare it with Japan. Japan don't have any single natural resource. You know that? They are a group of islands, archipelago. Conglomerate of islands. We are in a position where every year we have natural disasters, typhoon, earthquake, tsunami that destroys their lives, kills people. But do you know what? They develop their brains. Their government fought very hard so that they develop their brains, their sense of human being, their sense of productivity in order to give out. And today, Japan can feed the whole of Africa, the whole of sub-Saharan Africa. Till their kingdom come. Japan will knock Ogele now. Blow whistle. The whole African presidents immediately they will land in Japan. But these are the people that don't have no natural resources like in Africa. Do you know that River Congo, only River Congo, if well managed, dams built there can provide electricity 24/7 for the whole of Africa. Don't you know that? River Congo, because they have a very big current. Good one. But where are the people? Look at them. Because people are ignorant. Why? Because the government, their governance don't care about human development. That the main resources in this world is in the head, is in the brain. It is through the brain that you can conquer. Japan don't have anything, but they have everything. Do you understand? Look at their cars everywhere. Japan, South Korea, everywhere. Check the whole appliances you are using. They come from that side, but they don't have all these things you have as natural resources. But they develop their brain. They can, use some. There's something I was watching, although I didn't finish it. I just zapped it. Somebody, they are making researches to make. They are now trying to make what do you call it? Make food out of nothing. food out of nothing, out of A. You know how it works? The principle is all these algae, microbes, microbic organisms that you don't see with eyes. They breed them. Those proteins now grow. Before you know, they start becoming powder in a special process. They start becoming powder. Billions and billions of them will congregate to become powder. Now they continue growing, become powder. What you see now is powder, proteinous powder, which you can eat and gives you protein. Something that is formed out of nothing, out of air. Do you see human knowledge and advancement? Whereas you have all these things. You have all these things everywhere. But you don't have the knowledge to harness it. You understand? There is one in CNN, this thing. Is it Voice of Africa? I don't know how they write it. Breeding algae in ponds, and that algae feeds only on sun, so it doesn't cost him anything. Ponds will just form into algae, and that algae he will be using it to feed the fishes in fish ponds. You understand? I'll be using other processes in order to manufacture electricity through that algae. Also manure. Do you see what we are missing? That man now is in Benin Republic doing it because, do you know why? At least he has security there. In Biafra land, before you know, one useless governor will come. If you don't support him, one day will come bring bulldozers and destroy all your livelihood, all those things that you work hard to get. Where is Isogo today? He's dead. He died with his brain. If that man had it been that man left Nigeria and go even to another country, South Africa, that called him, today the story would have been different. But he died with all his capacities and is forgotten. Why? Because we are in Nigeria, where ignorance is being bred. Ignorance is being nurtured, like nurtured, manured. Using religion, using all kinds of things. Don't you see that we need to conquer ignorance? That is what we do here on Radio Biafra. Conquering ignorance means maturity. The rate and level of human conquest of ignorance depends on their governance. This is because it is the governments that makes policies that encourage seeking of knowledge. Nigeria is created to encourage ignorance for her citizens through her government and miseducation. And we are witnessing the result of ignorance today in Nigeria. No security, no electricity in this 21st century, total lack of infrastructure, no rule of law, no human resources development, leading to a complete consuming country without productivity. As we are seeing others advance, we need to remove the different forms of materials that produce, encourage, and solidify ignorance in us, some of which are religion, government, etc. We need to destroy this vehicle through which we are all immersed into complete ignorance. This evil vehicle is Nigeria. That is what we are doing. Because in Nigeria, you cannot do anything. You cannot change the status quo. Any person that is telling you, oh, I will change Nigeria, I will fix, he is a criminal. You look at him, he is a criminal. Only you want to just enter there and do as be taking photos, flying to meet world presidents, as they are doing in Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt, in Masraya, COP27. So that is it. Conquering ignorance is through what we are doing. We always here on Radio Biafra poke your brain into thinking, into critical thinking, because that is the different. That is what makes us different between us and other animals. Critical reasoning. That is how the Europeans changed their status quo, and today they are advanced. It is not the work of God. It is not the act of God. It is the act of man. Do you understand what I mean? So, do not think that, it is only God that can do it. No, the answer is no. You are wrong. Human beings, we are the people that should seek for knowledge. We are the people that should seek to conquer ignorance. In Nigeria, we cannot do it. The Nigeria setting doesn't have any, it doesn't have any space for people to conquer ignorance. Instead, because ignorance makes them to win election. Now, do you understand? Ignorance of people makes them win election, so that they become controllable as they believe. That is the way the Fulani reason, the Fulani Caliphate, they reason. Because if they make you to look for knowledge, how can they win election? You will challenge them. You will be holding them accountable that, oh, you promised this but you didn't do it. No. They don't want you to be like that. They want you to be, just docile, so that they will enter into power through your thumbprint. They give you money, 1 cup of rice, and you vote them, you help them enter into power, and tomorrow anything that is happening, like floats that are killing people everywhere, even in Biafra land, right from Middle Belt to Biafra land, and they are downplaying it because of a dam that was opened in Cameroon. And there was another dam, the Mambila Dam, that's supposed to be built in Nigeria according to the contract, but they didn't build it. They simply pocketed the whole money. But Nigerians, out of ignorance, they don't know this. So whenever the dam in Cameroon overflows, now they open it. They open their dam, and the water flows and come and cause devastation in our land. Had it been the Mambila Dam was built as contracted, as agreed, if that dam would have been holding the Cameroonian dam, if the water was open, but the Cameroonian did their own, Nigerian, they simply pocketed the money. And because of ignorance, nobody talks. Nobody knows and nobody talks. If you talk, they will come and bribe you and you keep quiet. Because they put everybody in the cage of ignorance. You understand? That is to their advantage. Because they feel that if they allow you to seek for knowledge, now you start challenging them, you start holding them accountable. Now when they go to power, when they enter power, anything at the flow, they tell you, say, it's God. I saw somebody saying, oh, on social media, oh, it is God, oh, the act of God. God is everything. Oh, yes. That is why we have flow. They don't know that it's the act of man. They don't know that the city of Venice in Italy is built on top of water. They don't know that even I think New York is built some few meters on top of water right from conception. People don't know that. It is the human action. People that seek for knowledge. All we do is cry, rigmarole in ignorance, and you'll be given crumbs to remain in ignorance, and you accept it. Those people in Nigeria government, they bribe people to remain in ignorance. If they enter power, anything that happen, no electricity, they say, go and pray, call God. God can give you electricity. And ignorantly, people will be fasting and praying for electricity. Don't you see that? This is where I'm going to stop. I will go into a few minutes breaks as usual, so that when I come back, I will open the lines, please. Please don't go away, because we must continue this job, this work. It's a mission. We must accomplish it, and we must restore ourselves. Physical freedom will not be sweet. It will not be complete. It only starts with mental liberation. That is what I always say. If you have physical freedom without mental liberation, without mental freedom, it amounts to nowhere. That is why we are doing what we are doing. Let me go into a few minutes breaks, as I said, and please do not go away.
Mr. Chairman, Secretary to the conference, distinguished delegates, I will be very brief. There will be no padding. I wish to thank the President for this opportunity for re-engineering the country. I wish to go straight to say that the problem we have in this country is because we are suffering from mental slavery. Over 300 years ago, our parents sold our brothers and sisters into slavery. 300 years later, we are not different. We are still selling ourselves into slavery. There is no originality in this country. This is the root of the problem we have. Those days, the price for the slaves were trinkets, beads, gunpowder, gin, thank you very much, and so on. The price today is foreign aids. The price today is political influence. The problem we have is not of our own making. And unless we address those issues, our collusion with the colonial masters is going to cause us more problem. If we look all around, look at the ceiling, there is nothing that is new, nothing indigenous in this hall. The country itself is not indigenous. Even the coup, we are blaming the military. Even the coups that we have is not of our own making. I believe there is the author of one of the books I have read in this conference who stated that the idea of a coup was first suggested in one of the military conferences they attended in America. I will go straight to read, with your permission, Mr. Chairman, what the respected Alhaji Shehu Shagari has put in his book. And I ask every member here to get that book, because I know most members here have the book written by Clinton, but they have not put the book, they have not bought the book written by Alhaji Shehu Shagari. And I'm going to quote what he has written. Quote, I was particularly struck by a conversation I had with a Greek professor attached to an international agency in Geneva. He told me his opinion of why West Europeans were supporting the rebellion against Nigeria. It was, he said, common among Westerners to sympathize with the underdog in any dispute, which in this case happens to be the Eastern Igbo. But what was even more important to the West was that Nigeria was a potential rival power in Africa, a force which had to be checked before it becomes a threat to Western European interests on the continent. The Biafran challenge, accordingly, provided a suitable opportunity to trim Nigeria's growing wings. He said that according to certain estimates, Nigeria was sitting on a keg of oil, which, given a suitable condition, would make it so rich in just 10 years, that is by 1978, that Nigeria would not require any aid from Europe. Indeed, Nigeria would be in a position to assist other African countries, especially the poorer ones, and thus undermine an important basis on which European influence was exercised over them. I underline that. He did not therefore think that Europe would stand idly by and watch Nigeria become to Africa what the United Nations had become to Western Europe. The rebel enclave, on the other hand, could be encouraged to become a rich but small and manageable African country, which would still be dependent on the West, just as some small oil-rich Arab countries have been. Finally, he assured me that whatever happened in the future, the West would never allow Nigeria to develop to a position where its wealth and power would threaten West European interests in Africa. Mr. Chairman, I don't need any comment. Thank you very much.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra Hausa service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Alu province of Biafra land. Our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is still in the enemy dungeon being tortured. According to the report of our barrister that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are denying him medication for 4 days. That is the report we are seeing. We are unstoppable. It doesn't matter what it takes. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released. Therefore, we must continue what we are doing. Remember, today is the 7th day of November 2022. Being Obochiafo. Therefore, our lines are now opened. Our direct line, as usual, is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. I have callers already lining up. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Let me see. Caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program.
They were watching I remain Mazi Group from United Arab Emirates. I thank you for the coming of Radio Biafra, because Radio Biafra is really university. Anybody from part of Africa that is not listening to Radio Biafra, in everything. Is really university. I have learned a lot. What and Chinedu, inetiwako ibon subwe. Ezoku. I thank you for you. I thank you for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our supreme leader of Hamadike one of Biafra. I thank you for our HODS, it does. I thank you, Kabiaba. Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, in I'm always say, the Westerners don't want Black Africa to forever and ever, so that they will be taking the mineral resources that is in Black Africa to develop their country. That is why they bring a lot of road. They bring the so-called Jesus. They bring the rubbish they call government. The magic of government, they bring it to Africa to destroy the brain of Black Africa. And that is why we are suffering today. Biafra is the light. Biafra is going to bring light to Africa. Only Biafra. And that is what they saw. That they are
Mazi, I don't know what is happening. Are you still there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, please go on. I don't know, your voice is ceasing now. Go on.
Okay. I say that the Westerners know that if Biafra is going to bring light to Africa, that is why they are trying every possible best to make sure they stop the coming of Biafra, but they cannot. Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, we must do everything possible to make sure that Biafra came. Without Biafra came, we are nothing. It's more better that we perish instead of Biafra will not come. It's more better that we perish, because this life that we are living, even the life of Fanima is more better than the life that we Biafrans or we Africa are living. The life of Fanima is more better. This is not life. This is not life. I have came into this UAE here and see life. See life. A desert. They develop it. They develop it to the extent it's like a paradise. I don't know what to use to qualify how United Arab Emirates look like. A desert and the sea fertile land. In fact, we are cursed. This religion that the Western, everything that Westerners bring to us is a curse. Everything is a curse. So, my fellow Biafrans, we must do everything possible to make sure that Biafra came. We must do everything possible to make sure that Biafra came. Thank you very much, Mazi Jonathan. Thank you. You are doing a good work. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you. We are receiving a report that the Ezanot leader of IPOB, Ifeanyi Okoha, was arrested at 1 a.m. yesterday night by Ebony State CID in his house in Umo Ezeale, Oriuso. We are holding the Nigeria government responsible. They should make sure that they release our brother, the Ezanot leader of IPOB, Ifeanyi Okoha. He was arrested in his own home at 1 a.m. yesterday night by Ebony State CID in his house in Umezali, Oriuso. So, the Ebony State CID will be held accountable if anything happens to our brother. I have a caller that has been there, although I have callers that are coming on direct line, but let me see whether I can pick them. Please call us on WhatsApp on Signal. Hold on. Let me see whether any caller will come up again. No. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Are you there? Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Sorry. Caller on Signal. Sorry. I mistake. Caller on Signal. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
There will go on, please.
My name is Mazi Fanye. Mazi Fanye is calling from his location. Mazi, your topic this night is very, very wonderful. That is true. Mazi, our politicians are evil. But first of all, let me send greeting to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi.
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening.
Tomorrow.
Please, caller on WhatsApp, hold on, I will come to you. Caller on WhatsApp, I will come to you, hold on. Caller on Signal, please go on.
Alright, the man that I have already done everything. Mazi Nnamdi in Africa, that's who our leader is. Mazi, I'm assuring you that this our radio Biafra will be adopted in Africa as the voice to voiceless in the whole Africa very soon. Because this radio Biafra is the channel and is the way that the African nation will be liberated. Is the channel and the way that the African nation will see the light.
Mazi, you see our politicians, they are evil. Common their local road in their villages is very, very hard to them to construct. Common the local rivers in their village, they eat the money. The river that has just a little bridge for them to construct, they will eat the money and they allow their village old fathers and old mothers to be suffering in that village, in that bridge. Mazi, what does it mean? Let me not say African politicians, but our people, mostly Igbo politicians, they are greedy. Instead of them to use that money to build something that will benefit even their common village people, they will better take that money to outside country and carry their children and they school them outside the country and they build industry outside the country instead of them to build industry for their people or their villagers to benefit. But nevertheless, we have known their tricks. We are there and we must do the needful. As Jonathan, thank you for this your topic. May God bless you and strengthen you. And God bless our leader and bless all IPOB members. We are not going back. We must see the head. Therefore shall come. Whether good or bad.
Of course.
Mazi, good night from here. Good night, Mazi. Thank you.
We have no back to go to. No back to go to. So that is the worst part of it. So even if you don't want to go back, you don't have no back to go to. Caller on what's up? Mazi, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Go on, please. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Then hold on. Caller on direct line, can you hear me? Caller on direct line, can you hear me? My goodness me. They'll call and they'll be listening to their radio. I don't really understand. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me now? You have been waiting. Please go on.
Yes.
Please go on.
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening. Good evening.
There, Mazi, go on, please.
Yes,
go on.
yes, I can hear
Mazi,
you.
You are not a new caller. You are listening to your device. Why? Go on.
No, I'm not listening to my.
You are repeating. You are going, or you are listening to voice. I don't know. Go on, please.
There's a mix-up here. You are talking to direct line and you are talking to me. So that's why.
I'm talking to you on WhatsApp. Go on. You on WhatsApp. Go on.
Okay. Thank you. Good evening, Jonathan. Jonathan, good evening. Yes, my name is Christian. I'm calling from London. The reason why I call basically is to disagree with.
Mazi, what is happening? Are you still there?
No, I'm here.
Why are you pausing?
Why no, because what they say going to my ear. What everything is going on my ear. No, I'm not using the earphone. I'm just talking to you.
Your voice is
echoing back on me.
Your voice is crystal clear. Okay, if that's the case, you can cut and call me back immediately. I'll pick it.
Okay, all right.
Let me see whether I can. Caller on signal, please hold on. Continue holding on. I'll come to you. If somebody speaking is the time, callers on direct line will be coming in. I don't know. They don't know how the timing. I'm telling you. No, whether the man. Then caller on signal. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, calling from Magribi. All hail Biafra. I pour you, my brother. Thank you. Each our window as this night, I'm telling you the fact. You have already hit them in a wrong path, and they are going to feel the pain. You know why I'm telling you this? You have said, you see, they use the P2B and the Conquer so like natural here. You know, maybe these two guys now, natural here. Then two of them, that APC and PDP, are now the real hunter with the gun, waiting for the target. You see, so where you see them in the debate there, nobody appear. And I don't see why reason why in here, especially here in Morocco, I can't see reason why two of them from same religion will come and they do war and they argue themselves about the infidel. Mazi Jonathan, you made something that people have to reason. I'm very, very, very happy. You see, this oil bunkering, if you go there, you will see some Fulani, some Hausa, all type are there doing this bunkering. And there they are digging that gold there in Biafra. Never, can you see an Igbo man there? No, you can't see even the Biafra man joining them. The same thing. Or have you seen an Igbo man own a farmland in the north that producing love sending to Biafra land? It's impossible. So I love what you are teaching, and our people have to reason why. If these people do not strike in a big way, with all this money they have already collected in kidnapping, bandit, all, they have something they want to do with their money, and very soon the result will appear. Ourselves, we people have to be conscious of ourselves. You see that summit they are doing in Egypt. My dear brother, the representative of Nigeria I see there is Nnamdi. There is something, and I want to tell them that no matter what they do, indigenous people will never live on each land to any bagger. Because we are following these people, maybe it can become global solidarity, I'm telling you in future, for this struggle. Keep it on, or help Biafra.
Almost Biafra. Thank you very much, my brother. Ola, what's up now? I hope you can hear me very well now. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear. Yes, I can.
Okay, no electronics is like that sometimes problem, but I didn't hear any echo that time. Go on, please.
Yes. You see, one of the challenges of ignorance, sometimes people can be indoctrinated without them realizing it. And that is one of the worst form of ignorance, because they will think that they have got the right knowledge and that they are getting the wrong knowledge. And one of the reasons why I called is because of this last something you put on about Shagari. Somebody wrote and read what Shagari wrote about in the discussion with the professor. The professor was telling him that the reason why they support the Biafran or the Igbos in Nigeria is because we are underdog. But that is not the real case, the truth, because they have never really supported us. But it may be that they have, the intention was to indoctrinate him so that he hates the Igbos, or hate the idea of Igbos independence or freedom. So as a result of that, their own the policies and of the Northerners has always been to make sure that they keep Igbo down. Now I challenge anybody to tell me that Israel is not a small country. Are they controlled? You can only be controlled if you want to be controlled. And the reason why they're controlling the Arab countries or the oil-rich Arab country is simply because those people want to be controlled. And to a certain extent, they want them to control them is what they control them. It's the way they allow them to control them. So if not, why would they not allow us to be so that they can control us? I do not agree with that premise that Shagari is putting out there. That Nigeria, well, if Nigeria is working, it will be good, but it's not working. So we cannot continue to live and say we want a big Nigeria that is not working for anybody. Thank you.
Mazi, you're right. You're right. You know, they brought out this narrative in order to deceive, to make it as if Nigeria being unified, being what they are as a big zoo, that it will be better. No. No. The question I used to ask is this. Just as you said, Israel is just like a little dot in a map. Even in the midst of a very, big enemies in their land. Do you understand? Israel will then go to Europe. You see countries that are as little as 300 and something thousand in population. Iceland is there. What about Luxembourg, Belarus, Latvia, all these places? But they are different, they are separate countries. That why? The Europeans, they are wise to avoid the clashes. People should stay alone and control their political life, even if they are little, no problem. So that peace will reign. All these things is what you are asking for in Biafra land. But, you know, how can you allow monkeys to, the animals to control themselves? They will always try to control us. But this time around, it is no, no, and no. We must be free. Because whatever that is good for the geese is good for us, is also good for the gander. That is it. I have, I'm sorry, I thought I have somebody and people are calling. I didn't even. I have a caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Hello. Good evening, sir.
There, Mazi. Welcome to the program.
My name is Renuko. I'm calling from the northern part of Zoo. There's a comment you make that when you were bringing out this thing about the Biafrans, the way we suffer when we got this thing happens to me. When I went to the north, playing football, and he kicked me. I wake up and they kick the person back. The people gathered and start beating me. After they beat me finish, I went back. I was telling my brother, this is what happened. He said to me, that we are neighbor and we are hated. The way I'm doing in the East, I should not do that here. That the system here is somehow. I say, why? He started telling me after the war that that's how Igbos are regarded. So please, I should not provoke anything. So after this thing, I become, there is a type of life I start living. Whatever they do to me, I will just take it as, if I do, I will, as if I'm second. I don't know how to describe it.
Second class citizen, as a slave.
Yes. Anything they do to me, I will enjoy it, even though they insult me, because being Igbo. So I felt bad.
Mazi, before you continue, Mazi, you are talking out of experience, and that is what we encourage our people to come out to talk. You are speaking on WhatsApp. Just hold on. You know, this is the life of slaves. I say the life of slaves. They have conditioned us, and our people accept it. Now, you know what our people used to do now? They will take solace in going to church. Now, let me go to Bible study. I go to, I go to midweek service. I go to Sunday school. They will become more, more addicted to going to church, to take solace there. That music, that singing, that's socialism. consoling themselves exactly the same way slaves were behaving during the transatlantic slavery in the Americas. Exactly. How long should we continue to live like this? And people are living like that. There's one man that I was talking to. He was telling me when he was in Lagos. When he said when he was in, I don't know whether it's stage show. They are selling. He's selling with all these clothes. He said one time when he never know how things, the way they beat him. This Aburo area boys. What is the cause? He told somebody, one woman, he came to market, just opened his shop. He told somebody and said, please, one woman that used to sell food, a Yoruba woman, he said, bring me food. He said he had been waiting for morning breakfast. He waited for the woman for so long. He don't see the woman is not coming. More than hours. He said he cannot be hungry and he want to eat. So he order food. He go another place to buy food and be eating. The woman now brought the food later. He told the woman, but I have eaten. So I cannot eat your food. I bought the food. I waited for you since how many hours now? This is morning. We are even going to afternoon. I cannot more. The woman said, you must pay. Start speaking your Moibo. You must pay. You must pay. You never know. He said before he talk, he went and brought area boys and they come. He started beating him. And the other Igbo brothers were there. Everybody is doing as if nothing is happening. They were hitting him. He said the wound they gave to him is still, after many years, is still there in his body. He said that day, he thought that, look, because not long time he came from East. He said there is something wrong. There is some, the worst part of it is that market is Igbo market. The people, neighbors, all, they were watching him. No person cough as if slaves when they are killing one slave, no person, everybody does as if nothing is happening. He says since that time, even he want to hate his own tribe, the Igbos, he want to hate everything. He said, what? Why should people be? Why should he? That thing meant he said we never forget that thing till he die. So that is the life we are living in Nigeria. The life we are living. If we are talking and people say, I'm marginalizing you. Who is marginalizing you? Yeah. No, everybody is marginalized in Nigeria. He's a politician, he's this and that. But we are living like slaves in Nigeria. That is the thing. Complete slaves. You are in the north. You are in the best position to even explain more. Go on, please, Mazi.
So what happened after the beating? This year was 1990. Since that time, I say, hi, being an Igbo, is it a problem? So when I went for college, when I finished serving, I said, let me leave this area because the legal around. So I came to Kanu. When I came to Kanu, where I will go and do my business, I see that Kanu, there is consciousness in Igbo people. I say, what is going on? That even a copper called me because he saw that I'm different. He called me and said that there were a sign that what is that is in Igbo, that after they dispatched them from Abuja, they were given a number and was told that they should monitor. It's a Yoruba man, that they should monitor Igbo man, that there is something they want to destroy this country. This what I'm saying is in 2000. They say they want to destroy Nigeria. That what is that thing? That since you have been together, I don't know that they have been spying on you. That what is that? There's a number that was given to them. Anything suspicious, they should call this number. I say, I don't know. In that process, to tell you, we that are in the north here, we are passing many things. So as we were saying, there's one of our friends that used to cooperate with us, and they gave him contract to do something in school. There's one school called Ubichi, due to he's from Niger Delta. So they just gave him, federal government allocated that. So they met him and said that he's a good person. Because he's a good person, due to what he's due to them, he should convert to Islam. So the man laughed and said, okay, no problem. What will make you convince me so that I convert to Islam? He said, you should, that if you burn Bible, Bible will catch fire. But if you burn Quran, Quran will not catch fire. If you go toilet with Quran, your nyash will close. But if you go with Bible, you clean your nyash. And due to the guy don't know how to stay in the north, he laugh, he's an important person. He say when he used to take the bill, he takes the bill with Quran, and the other clean nyash with Quran. It's just a laughing thing. He thought that is joke. The workers, he's a manager there, the worker attacked him and overpowered them and ran to security area. So when he ran to that place, they say, this is what those who come to the town and announce that this is what this man did. That they saw him smoking with Quran and this thing. As it's a joke, they say not more than thousands of people came and they found police, they overpowered police and killed this man. When they were want to kill, they told us that if you don't leave, if this man escaped, all the evils in that town will be finished. All of us ran to Sabongeri. That is how we got rescued. In fact, we are happy for what you are doing to us in Radio Biafra. You make us to restore our hope because we are living under siege, especially you that are in the north here. So, but I'm happy for what we are hearing is to restore back our lost mind. Honestly speaking, we are happy. Mazi, Jonathan, and another thing again, this your religious teaching you are teaching us on Saturdays. Honestly, we are confused. I am a good Christian. But this thing now, I don't know the religion I will worship now. I am somehow confused because what you are saying is true. It means, if you stop going to church now, so how are we going to worship?
Mazi, listen.
I know it's not today's program.
Yes, I know. But let me address it just in a jiffy. I'm not telling you to stop going to church, please. For your information.
Okay.
But what I'm admonishing everybody is go with your brain. Take going to church as if you are going to club. Make friends, dance. If you can, even dance. If they are playing music, dance or fall on the ground. Roll yourself on the ground. But let your brain be intact. You know, the same way you are going to family, because we don't have any other alternative for now for everybody. People are coming up with different alternatives. You understand? But if you are going to, because that is the only thing, you know, it's a social gathering. It helps even emotionally. By meeting people is a place, you just like Egad and Obi. You are living outside Biafra land. So it's something that, you know, you don't have to miss. Because you see your brothers, you see people you converse, you know. If they start to play music, I'm telling you honestly, that is what I encourage you. But make sure that your brain is intact. I'm telling you honestly, live your life and be at alert in your brain. Look at how they sentence us to live in a country that we call our own. Just look at. You are just one in a million that is talking it out. When you hear Kanu, all these things is what he is passing through. They control him like a slave over other slaves. But he's a slave. Our people prefer to be eaten under slavery instead of fighting for freedom and liberating ourselves, just like the Jews. The Israelis you are seeing today, they pass through these things and even worse. But they saw that they cannot continue living this type of life, being under control of people. Anytime they vex their community, they are in vex in Europe, they will come and slaughter them, telling them that you are the cause of even malaria that fall upon chicken pox that come into our land. It's you Jews that brought it. They slaughter them and burn their properties. But today now they have their country. Go and slaughter. Go and kill a Jew now. Even in Iran, Iranian Jew, go and kill him. They will nuke you. They don't have their money. Now, because they have a country, they are now respected. Every Jewish citizen, anywhere he is respected all over the world. That is what we are talking about. If we have Biafra, it doesn't matter. You can live now in Castina, you can live in Sharia North, even in Sharia anywhere. But now you have Biafran identity, Biafran international passport. With respect, no person will touch you. No person will touch your property. How many of our people have been, killed like this or attacked like this in Cameroon? How many? Because they are regarded as international people. They are regarded per se as another country, a nation. But in the same country you are in, no person asks. It's not international episode. It's internal affairs. If you are being slaughtered in the north, they will, just like that man you talked about, they killed him just like that. That Igbo man.
Yes,
they killed him and he's gone. He makes no news.
He appeared in newspaper. And nothing happened.
Nothing. But let me tell you, if you say Biafran, if we have our country, no person will touch him. Highest, the police they will protect him. Instead, even they will kill their citizens to protect him, because they know that if they touch him, it becomes international episode, international problem between them and Biafra. Do you see? No person is at our back. No person is protecting us, because we are all in one Nigeria. So it's nothing. Go and meet your Nnamdi na Kanu. Yes, again, I respect yourself. So don't bring problem to me, because he himself is a slave.
No, he's a slave. They went there. They said that he's not in the meeting. He's not in the meeting.
Okay, that's it. For how long do we continue like a slave? Very sad indeed. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And be careful. Be careful. You people should be careful of this impending vote or this election they are talking. Be careful. That's it.
I've sent my family home.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I was trying to pick another call, but what is happening? Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
Yes, I can hear you very well. Good evening, sir.
Good evening,
Mazi.
Go on, Mazi, go
on. My name is Mazi Chijek. I'm calling you also from Niger State. Hello?
Go on, please, go on.
Hello, Mazi, can you hear me?
The whole world is hearing you, not only me. Go on.
I also have it. I also have that similar experience. I am in Niger State. Yes, I can hear you very well. My name is Mazi.
Go on, Mazi, go on.
Okay. I also have that similar experience here in Niger State. So there was a day I am a tricycle rider. So I parked my keke. I was off the road. I parked my keke off the road. So it fell off the road. So what made they come to do? They started beating me because they have seen the skin color. That I am not one of them, although I speak their language very well, but that day I received a severe beating. They beat me to the extent that I was even rescued. From there, I was so bad. I felt bad that I gave up praying in the north, even entirely. The hatred is too much. If maybe sometimes if I speak the language, they don't even recognize. They don't even, because they don't even know that because I speak the language. But if you hear what they do say, the way they talk about the Igbos, it's very, very sad. Very, 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 very sad.
Very sad indeed. Mana ndị a na-agwakwanụ ha ga-anụkwanụ. That's the problem.
I believe one day, I'm the kind of person that believes in revenge. One day there shall be a revenge.
That is the restoration of Biafra is restoring our dignity as a race, as a people. Now we are just like, you know, when you carry a shower, for you a shower is nothing. So you can, it's just like a garbage. It's the same thing, in Nigeria. It's the same way we are being treated in Nigeria. People don't understand. You know, as long as some of our people are making money, they are ready to endure anything. It's a low life. I call it a low life. We have the opportunity now in order to change, to live like human beings. That is what Biafra restoration is all about. To restore our dignity as human beings. If you go, people that have lived in the north, even in parts of the west, if they start telling you how they are treated as animals, because we don't have, no person talks for us. Nobody. Who are you going to meet? Is it policeman? He tell you, so boy, is it your Igbo police brother that is in the police? There. He will tell you, so boy, I beg, don't come, don't even come to tell me this. Me too, I'm in danger. We are just managing. You know, our people, we Igbos, we know how to endure, to swallow pains. That is why one of our brothers asked the other day, say, are you sure that it's not because we are swallowing fufu? We are people that swallow fufu. That's why we can swallow these pains. Let me tell you, white race, they can never take. There is a limit to what they can take. I'm telling you. Instead, they say, let everybody die. That's why they have class. We, as long as you are feeding, it will be. Look at the personal experience and witness we are receiving. Look at, they born children into this type of slavery and train them to be like that, soft like that. If you see a Hausa man, full animal, you bow down. Don't talk. Don't ever talk if he's talking. They train our children, our people, next generation to be slaves, complete slaves. Imagine people that are now, they are telling them they behave like this. Talk less of next generation. If not what we are doing. If not what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu instituted. Don't you see that we are in a big mess? In a bigger mess that you can imagine. We are trying to restore our human dignity. That is it. Without Biafra, when we say without Biafra we are finished, people don't understand. Go and watch how they treat our people. Everywhere they turn us into begging, negotiating for our existence always. In our Alaba international market, the same. Oh, we are begging for them to give us just help us. You know, don't take 1 million naira for a container that will have been cleared in our Papa Wharf, only coming to Alaba international market. Please, even if na half, take. You know, begging everywhere. Igbos are begging to live. And you say that this is life? This is real man died but once, so honestly. Let me take this call. I think it's going to be the last caller. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Good evening, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Yes, it's a wonderful thing to always hear from you. I am so addicted to Radio Biafra that I just can't help myself. Just can't stop myself. What I want to say is that Heavenly Father will continue to strengthen you, sir. Fishermen, fishing people out of ignorance. Your title of submission today was just something else. And one or two things I would like to add to it for our people. I would love our people to understand something. Hello? Okay. I would love our people to understand something. Intelligence that you see, you say intelligence. Intelligence is the creator of all things. Intelligence is the almighty. Intelligence is what brought, look at what you're talking that some people are trying to create food out of nothing. You see it? And if you see these things, these are just acts of intelligence. And there were some things we were talking about, like we were told in 1,000 years or thereabout ago that there will be a time iron will be flying in the air. Iron that will carry containers moving in the sea that we will not believe. That is to tell you, as we say, that not our intelligence as an entity has a capacity to do all things. You understand? And we human beings have been made in the image of that intelligence. That is why we are entitled to be to be illumined. Now I listen to you very well. To be illumined, what does it mean to be illumined? An ability for us to reflect that intelligence in our surroundings. You understand? So we need our people need to understand that this thing, the entity they go to church to worship, they go to wherever to worship, it is simply intelligence. And without that intelligence, you can amount to nothing. You understand? Like there is something you were talking about our people, the way they are begging here and there, every time they have turned them to beggars. There is something the scripture says. It says the love of money is the root of all evil. And I always tell people that poverty is also evil. Dragging you to the mud is also evil. So part of the reason why our people are suffering is because of their greed, their excessive love for money. You see, Fulani people that you see now, this we say Fulani are corrupt. Fulani, they steal money, they pack money, they do, but all those money, they are not packing it for themselves as a human being, as an individual, but they are packing those money for their race. They are packing it to
Mazi, you are right. To sponsor their cause as a race, you are right. You are right.
Yes.
Our own is to use it to come and do no also. Go on, Mazi, go on, you're on point.
Photo and to Facebook and be ranting, grow old, chase women up and down, die, and our children will sell off all those properties. That is our own. So and the Bible says where there is no vision, the people perish. Meaning where you don't have a vision, an ideology, a cause, both your money, everything you are making is just useless. Now you see that many people, they are not up to how many million in the whole Nigeria, but they are controlling almost 200 million people. Why? Because of ideology. Because of one simple thing, ideology. And this ideology, both the money they are stealing, the money they are making, everything they are doing, they are channeling it towards that ideology. And that is why people that don't have ideology, just open your shop, make money, buy motor, shout, have title. You have no choice than to be under them. You see, and that is why we will keep praying for Mazi for bringing up IPOB, because IPOB has given the Biafran people, not the southeast, but the Biafran people from Lower Kogi down to Calabar, an ideology which I pray that they should one day come to their senses to start following that ideology so that our race will be safe. Because as you always tell us that these people have an agenda of Fulanization through Islamization. And if you look at, they are following it very, very, very well. It's just like there was something I was telling somebody today, that they have used religion to so deceive us. Like, I'm sorry to say it, I attend a Yoruba church. You understand? Now, for some time now, I've not really been going to church. My reason is this. One of these Sundays, our pastor was preaching. He started saying because he's a Yoruba man, so he wants to, I'm not against any tribe, but I'm just trying to make a sense for us to know the importance of intelligence. The intelligence is the creator of all things. Everything you see, from human being to stone to, and what will give us a good future is intelligence. Why IPOB has been able to reach the level they are? It's no any other act, it's simply an act of intelligence. You understand? When this man started talking something, he said that it's only God, that will determine who will win Nigeria election. That anybody that God say, because the man is educated, and when you come to, I'm not trying to support anybody obedient or anything, but I'm just trying to make a little sense. The man knows that if you come to rationale and common sense, IPOB is the right person for Nigeria. I know that he cannot do anything based on the system is wrong. So even though you carry St. Michael and put there, nothing will happen. But looking at human beings, people, but you now, he's finding it difficult because of his tribal sentiments and other things that is traveling for him to tell us that come, people, he's not telling us that whoever God say we win, we win. You understand? That thing made me for almost 3 to 4 Sundays. I've not been going to church. Because I now thought of it, the same Bible you or God you are trying to confuse all of us with is the same one that Moses told his Israelites that have given you life and have given you death for you to make your choice. If you choose life, you live. If you choose death, you. So if the Israelites now went and now choose death and death start killing all of them, they will then say it is what God wants for them. So if Nigeria see competence and go ahead to vote incompetence, they will not come tomorrow when people start suffering, say it is the fate of God for what they do. But it is you that choose that one. You start blaming God. So it is you have to read the Bible. You understand? So my brother, why I drop all these things for you to know that this work you are doing is a wonderful work. For you also to come to realize that intelligence, in fact, no human being is intelligent. We are all brilliant. And brilliance simply means how you illuminate that light of intelligence that is in you. Like as you are talking of Japan, the same thing that is Japanese are the same thing that is Igbo, the same thing is other people. But because the Japanese people, they are following that act of intelligence to the maximum that they can. That is why you see them operating in the levels they are. But you see, we allow stupidity and sheer foolishness to just make us remain where we are. So my brother, my daddy, that's what I said I will call you from now on, because you are more than a professor. My daddy, I will say thank you, and I will also encourage you to not be learned. You understand? You need to really wash our brain of all this ignorance. Thank you very much. I remember.
Mazi, you have made my day, and you are the last caller. Please, I don't want to even forget or anything you say, please, or dilute it. You have said it all. Intelligence is the creator. That is it. That is why, one thing you are trying to go to church to achieve by prayer, others are smartly pursuing it through the right channel, the right human endeavor, pursuing that. Because when you go to church, they tell you miracle, this and that, pray for this, and somebody outside is pursuing intelligence in order to be productive, to make things, to produce things, to resemble that creator you are going in the church to worship. Who is more righteous? Answer the question. Who is more righteous? Is the person that is going in the right channel. You want to go abracadabra, say go, and all of a sudden money will start entering your account, money you don't know where it comes from, because that is what they always say. So what our brother said is completely correct. Human being is trying to reach that intelligence. When you are productive, you are even doing the will of God, what God wants you to be, because God is a creator. So why can't you be a creator? You always there shout and cry, is it God, is it good? People build the cities, elevating cities to 1 meter, 1 point something meter, the whole cities, hundreds of thousands of kilometers square, so that it will be above sea level. Artificially they elevate it, but we don't even have electricity. And you are going to church, going to mosque, going praying for intelligence to fall upon you. Are you not stupid? Are you not stupid? We must walk. That is the way man is made. In order to think rightly, think and walk towards it. Don't you know that? Let me tell you, this type of life we are living is a very bad one. When you live under slavery, when you live a substandard life, it is a life under slavery. Do you understand? Why don't you look at yourself and say, look, is this how I am created to be? Is it how we are created to be? Like what our brother said. I said it the other day. The Fulani, they are progressing. They are on top of everybody because they have a focus. They have a goal. Collective goal, not individual goal. They are not able people, go and open your shop, and become a guy, buy a car, and all is only single person. they sentence us into hustle for yourself. Only no. Also legal, also phone. Not you are not going with somebody. Just hustle for yourself. Very bad pattern of life. The Fulani, everything they are doing, the money they are stealing, they are using percentage of it for their collective interest. The other time you see the Fulani of West Africa,